Hello everyone, my name is Jasmina Arsenijevic and I am a professor at the Preschool Teacher Training College in Kikinda, which is the town of the north part of Serbia. First of all, I want to say how happy I am to be a part of this interesting and important event. I also want to thank to organizers, especially to my dear friend Professor Belouzova, which invited me to speak in this conference. Moreover, I want to say how symbolic it is that we are now using tools and new technologies in scientific and educational purposes, which is actually exactly one of the main topics of this international conference. I have prepared a paper that deals with participatory usage of the Web 2 with my colleagues from Serbia, Milica Ndevski, a full professor at the Faculty of Philosophy in Novi Sad. We are engaged more than 3 years in a scientific project about digital and media technologies and social and educational changes. And we are especially interested in this changing paradigm of internet usage and participatory culture that is possible through Web 2 technology. That is why we have prepared a paper for this conference, a paper that I do hope it will be interesting to you as it was interesting for us. This paper actually follows current intense discussion on internet participatory usage and determines the concept of internet active creators and users. Those creators and users jointly create, expand, process, organize, evaluate, and spread knowledge on internet. In this paper, we have presented the concept of Web 2 and the phenomena of online participation through forming online learning communities. For the beginning, it is important to say that Web 2 tools and social networking approach have caused that learning paradigms involved to participative, interactive, synchronous and asynchronous learning. People interact and promote knowledge obtained from experience and enhance it by creating online communities, making structured digital repositories. Those online communities, otherwise called social networks or virtual learning communities, symbolize a new form of virtual organization where people share knowledge and learn together. Social networking in Web 2 environments is a common trend and represents the human practice of sharing knowledge by making connections with individuals of similar interests, linked by technology that makes possible communication from anywhere at any time. In these virtual environments, people join together with common interests and learning objective, and they learn, communicate, they interact and collaborate on a problem that has arisen in their interaction. We have observed this participatory internet usage from the view of sociology of knowledge by Schutz and Lachman, approach by participatory culture by Henry Jenkins, as well as the theory of the wisdom of crowds by James Surowiecki. These theories hold the position that active internet creators and users jointly create, expand, process, organize, and evaluate human knowledge. Trends of moving from large university dominance towards open sharing of content, as well as the concept of open innovation, indicate that true value is not in an internet content transfer, but in using it in a creative, interactive, and meaningful manner by a particular learning community. These social networks for learning are also supported by online production systems and content management. They have rather low barriers for entering and participating, and consequently, contributions are voluntary by people who collaborate in a geographically distributed and decentralized manner. Wikipedia, as an open content collaborative encyclopedia, is an excellent example of this. In few years, it has grown on 2 million articles in over 200 languages. Furthermore, wikis in general make possible collaborative editing of documents on the web. Other applications are collective memories such as YouTube, SlideShare, or Google Docs, social bookmarking, and social cataloging. Now, when we have explained this phenomena of online learning communities, we can discuss ways of participation on Web 2, and most important, Internet change evolved from using Web 2 platform. The first noticeable Internet change is the increase of users' value from passive consumers in active creators. Their usage is based on the assumption that authorship, evaluation, use and dissemination of Internet content are highly connected. Users of WikiWeb, blogs and platforms for networking and indexing systems are recipients and producers of Internet content in the same degree. Although most of their actions are used primarily by personal motives, when we look on a collective level, they actually create structure that could not be planned by an individual. Therefore, we can say that interaction of Internet users and their content production is based on principles of collective intelligence. Furthermore, online activity of Internet users makes available information to providers of tools and platforms that affect the development of their projects. Hence, this change of users' role contributes to the development of Internet tools and technologies. It follows next Web 2 feature, a collaborative, transparent, and open-ended character of the cooperation of active users. This is particularly evident in the organization of Wikipedia. If one publishes an article on a new subject, authors and other users can edit it. Every step of its processing is documented on the version history and available to the pages of discussion where differences between versions of the article are discussed. The third characteristic of the Web 2 causes enrichment of Internet content with socially and culturally forms of perception, as Internet knowledge creation and organization turn into daily practice of active users. Various studies have shown that models of Internet knowledge are socially reshaped. This means that the same Internet content will be interpreted and used differently by, for example, an older American man, young Mexican woman, educated European or Asian teenager. Each active user, deliberately or not, enriches Internet knowledge. This practice has also been proved to be useful for organizing large content of information and knowledge with little effort. And the last Web 2 characteristics is that this active process of knowledge sharing and creating mainly takes place in social environments not related to market and not based on the idea that knowledge is a project or property. Internet participants work together, volunteer to create, combine, and spread information and knowledge. This is evident, for example, in the open source movement, some kind of organization formed that creates alternative production of knowledge, especially in the area of software development, or in the licensing model, general public license. These models allow an author to regulate the expansion, public presentation, change, and processing of information he entered. Therefore, business model, which relies on intellectual property and market distribution, is gaining competition through the spreading practice of active Internet producers and users. And for the end, Internet participants' cooperation makes that information, scientific and cultural heritage are being created, enhanced, actualized and organized in a decentralized and public manner. Well-known commodity character of knowledge is being denied with this practice. Knowledge stored on Web 2 is combined with other collective knowledge, such as journalistic, professional, academic, or organizational knowledge, that is constantly reproducing itself in a process of users' self-perception. This practice develops emancipatory and subversive potential, contrary to Internet business policies with commercial dominance, control, and surveillance, although facing further Internet development has not yet been denied. I once more want to thank you all for attention, and I hope that this presentation was interesting and clear enough. Goodbye.